Latch off the door. It's on the floor. It's time for that. Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia Bank. We right back at y'all like we is any other time. We don't waste no time. We don't take too much time off. We stay in the spot.
Working for sure. Hit them like buttons, man, because we've been hopping into it. So,
Hey, but man, we almost at 10K, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Man, get us to that 10K. This is only the beginning.
yeah.
But to start it off, we're gonna start off
So,
talking about the mom and the son in Chicago, man. Break us down. We got a little video, but we gonna,
okay, from what I see, Mom Dukes and her son come to a black owned restaurant. Son wait in the car. She goes up there to get her food, but some dude being so arrogant and cocky to her to where she defending herself as a woman, going word for word.
mm,
In the process, while he threatening her, she shoots son a text like, "Hey, dude in here trying to jump on me." And for him to be a 14-year-old, he stood on business for his mama. You can see him waiting at the door. Why he ain't saying nothing, but he watching dude talk trash to his mama.
that's what he was supposed to
And
do.
while he watching in the process of it, he hit Mom Dukes with a two-piece while he looking. So little buddy hit him in the back. And after that, when he walked out the door, little buddy gave him some more. I mean, I don't know no other way to even look at the situation. I'm not, you got some people saying, "Oh, but still, he ain't have to murder him." Yes, sometimes things
It's it's
happen.
about it's about it's about how you do it. Now, starting the whole thing off, you already explained that he clapped him in the back.
Yeah,
It's
like
kind of hard to get the self defense off when you shoot a nigga in the back because that just like his back turn. Is he leaving? Is he retreating? Is he, you know what I mean? So then the whole after you shoot him in the back, you go out there and finish him off. That's where the murder charge actually comes from. Because okay, when he hit your mom, boom boom, you whip out the hammer right then, and boom boom, while he's still facing your mom, different scenario.
right,
Self-defense, because you're hitting my mom, bang bang. You still facing her, bang bang. That means he waited
right.
for him to turn around before he clapped
But-
him. That changed the whole argument right there. Ain't no self-defense at that point. You shooting him in the back. So if he's turned around, apparently he was leaving. So how is he still
True.
a threat to y'all if he's leaving and you shoot him with his back turned? That's evident to forensics and everybody else that do police work that he clearly wasn't looking at them when he got shot. Unless little buddy up the joint and then he seen him up the joint, then he turned around to try to run and then got clapped in the back like that. Then the situations could still be self-defense then. Because now you see nigga got the ups on you. Now you about to run after you done did some you see the reaction to the action you had. Now you running.
Hmm.
Now that could have been the situation too.
I mean, but at the same time, bro, a 14-year-old child, you know what I mean? A 14-year-old child, knowing that he can't be the 35-year-old grown man, and his mama texted him that because, allegedly they said she told him to smush him. I mean, even if she did, like,
Now see,
hey,
that's another thing that's gonna change the case. If they go through their phone records and seen they had a whole discussion of her telling her son to kill this man prior to them going
Yeah,
is definitely a murder charge.
facts. But on another note, it's hard to if you got one of those moms like that and she tell you, son, handle that. 9 times out of 10, when your mama put that battery in your back, you ain't gonna really be paying attention to nothing else but whatever mom do say.
Yeah, yeah. True facts,
You know
true
what I mean?
facts.
He innocent. He's
I
still
didn't have to live through that. Like, what if my mom was in, with a nigga, and I'm out doing my thing, and I just happen to be coming out the street. My mom come outside, and she like trying to weigh me down while I'm driving down the street. So I pull over, and she like bleeding everywhere, razor blade cuts everywhere. So when I see it, I freak out. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what's going like, nigga, automatically the hammer come out. What's going on? Like, who did
right.
this? Like, nigga, and she like, dude did it. Man, I went in and clapped this whole shit up about
Mm-hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying?
You
So I understand the situation, but I'm saying at the end of
how
the
the
day,
laws gonna look
the
at it.
way I went about it, had I got caught, I'm talking about this because the statute of limitations, nigga, I was 12, 13, 14 when this happened.
Right.
The situation at hand, had I got caught for it, ain't no self-defense about that. Oh, the nigga hit my mom and none of that. That didn't happen
Mm-hmm.
at the actual scene.
Right. You would have had to go do some time.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's really all about how you do it.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? You got, like I said, you got some people saying that he had to murder him. Then you got some people, some women saying like,
They can't say that for the simple fact that we know how we feel about our parents, let
right,
alone if we
mom
see
do.
our parents going through something like that and we feel like we need to save them. You ain't in your right mind no more. I'm not gonna shoot
No,
you
no.
either, and then turn around and be like, you know what? Yeah, you
No.
on you'll never do this again mode.
Right,
You
right.
ain't on.
That's
I'm gonna give you a pass this time after I, what I'm saying,
nah.
just rough you up because I know you ain't. Nah, nigga, that was your first and last.
Right.
That's how you thinking about that. So I'm not gonna say he was wrong because seeing his mom get hit by this dude put him in a certain type of
It's
place
in
where it
this
was like, nah, that right there ain't
room.
slide. And
Yeah,
we
but
don't know if her son, he might have been outside like that on top of that. So his mentality might have already been like that. Hence the
yeah.
reason why they allegedly saying that she probably told him to do that in the first place. He probably was already outside. I can't see no son just coming home and the mom just like, huh, take this gun and go do something
Mm-hmm.
to somebody, and you ain't, and that ain't how you living.
See, this what I got from it because I paid attention to his photo album. Little bro wasn't throwing up no gang signs or nothing. He got graduation pictures. You know what I mean? He school kid, but at the same time,
Name
he
one
going
gangbanger that died that they didn't show his school pictures when he died or when he killed
true.
somebody.
But
Nigga, we
you know
all
the
got
first,
school pictures. Your school pictures
but
don't dictate what type of grown street nigga you is.
the first thing they go looking for is a picture with you twisting your fingers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, like I said, I looked at it like this. Okay, mom dudes want to go out and get something to eat. It's dark. We in Chicago. Mom Dukes feel safe with me in the car with this hammer instead of her going to this spot in the rack that's probably is a pro-black restaurant where everybody eat at. So so I don't got it, baby. A pro-black. Oh, here it is, sweetheart. Uh, Going to a pro-black restaurant at nighttime and she knowing all of the violence that's going on, but her son is her protection. That's
Yeah.
why she probably had him with him. Like, this a rough area. Somebody done got whacked over here. Somebody got robbed. Whatever the case may be, she wanted her baby boy beside her because she know he gonna step if something happened.
Yeah.
And that's how I looked at it.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what I mean. Just say, for example, if little bro wasn't there, you hit the man with a mom with a 2-piece. That wasn't all you was gonna give her. You
Cause you
told her to
know
say one.
women
You
go on the
told her to
rage
say,
when you put your hands on them. So she would have probably tried to hit him, and he would have hit her some more. It would have
yeah.
got. It
He
would have got
told
worse.
her. He told her if she said one more word, he gonna knock her out. And she kept talking, and that's when he hit with the 2-piece. So you should have kept your hand to yourself, home.
Cause the
That's what. That's
person,
what happened. That's what
the
happened.
actual person that ended up being the person we would call the victim was the aggressor for real.
Facts. That's what I'm saying.
But at the
Like
same
he
time, that same person that was the aggressor, if the shoe was on the other foot and somebody hit his
he
mind
would have been
frame
on
would have
that
been,
same
it would have been in the same, he would
type,
have had the same
same
mental
thing.
state. Because nigga, you talk crazy to my mom, you had to talk crazy or touch any of that. It's no understanding. We ain't even got nothing to talk about when I show up. You already know if you do got some time to run, that's the only option you got. Disrespecting my mom. So I understand the
Like,
mind frame that little dude was in when that all transpired because you seeing him in the flesh physically demo on your mom. And then all of a sudden it's like you gonna black out. Whether
I
you shoot
mean,
once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, you still feel like it's not enough. You should have never did that.
it exactly. Like I said, for a boy to see mom dudes get hit like a man, you hit her with your fist. All I can imagine is blood in little bro eyes.
Mhm.
Like, it's no other, like, that right there would have sent chills to my body. I would have got hands would have got the itch, and palms would have got the sweat. And
We gonna see what
it's
the
it's
news. We about to see what the news was saying about this situation, man. Because this is it's a real touchy, sensitive situation, and it's hard to say self defense, just like it's hard to just say 100% murder. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to say that.
Elizabeth Matthews
like,
joins us now with more on this developing story. Elizabeth?
Yeah, not only that, mom, who's accused of giving those shoot to kill orders, is now being held on $3 million bail. Parts of that shooting were actually captured on this restaurant's surveillance video, which
You
helped
see what
the
I'm saying? They
witnesses
saying shoot
identify
to
the
kill
suspects to
orders, cuz.
police. So this all happened Sunday night, police tell us, just after
Like
11
she was
o'clock, about
giving the call to the
11:05 p.m.
hitman.
35-year-old Carlisha Hood and her 14-year-old son arrived at the Maxwell Street restaurant on South Halstead at 117th. Hood went in for food. Her son waited in the car. Prosecutors say that's when she began arguing with this man, 32-year-old Jeremy Brown, who was also inside ordering food at the time. Hood began texting her son, who appeared in the doorway, hands in his pockets. A fight became physical between Hood and the victim. The victim was able to punch the woman once. That's when prosecutors say the boy pulled out a gun, fired a single shot to the victim's back, followed him outside, kept firing, striking him fatally twice in the back.
Once outside of the restaurant, while the co-defendant was still shooting at the victim, the defendant instructed her son, the co-defendant, to continue to shoot and kill the victim. Once the co-defendant finished shooting the victim, the defendant turned her focus towards witness 1. She began pointing at witness 1 and instructing her son to shoot her.
Dang. Now, now that right there is uncalled for. Ain't nobody if if Mom Duke tell you to do whatever's clever, man, it is what it is. Like I said, he seen dude take off on his mama, and I mean he a child. You on mute too, cuz.
You know what
Yeah,
hurt? You know what hurt
the case.
her is because for him to be enraged at that minute from seeing this dude hit his mom, you coerced him to keep going.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? Not only shoot
right.
at him, but kill him. Not only, oh, it's a witness right there. You got to shoot them too. Now you trying to clean up the whole parking lot.
Yeah, you can't do it like that. You can't do it
Them
like that.
charges is gonna stick, bruh.
Yeah, you
Them
can't do it
after,
like that.
after watching that, nigga, I didn't see that part. After seeing
The
that,
first,
them sticking though.
yeah, the first, now the T, that outside, that right there wasn't supposed to go like that. I don't. I mean, even instead, if it was a witness,
Now in the situation
so
where
what?
they was in, where he first comes in and whip out and do what he got to do. Now in that situation, I can see the mom being out at the window getting the food. Dude being behind her. That's probably why when he comes in, his back is to the door because the mom is at the window where you get your food. He's coming in. He probably was behind the mom. So
Mm-hmm.
he's probably turning around talking to him. So the whole time his back is to the door. So when the son come in, he like this. But he behind the door though. I mean, he coming in, but
Right.
he coming in the door, but dude is his back is to dude because he's talking to the mom who was in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably could have still got the whole self-defense thing in that situation, but the whole going outside and still shooting at the nigga and then finishing him off and then her saying, you know, finish him off and then her pointing to a witness and saying, finish her off. That right there, that bond gonna stay at 3 million. They gonna stay in there. Them charges gonna stay what they is.
Lil bro
Once
might
I
get a
heard
lighter.
something like that,
Lil bro might get a lighter charge though, but not her.
nah, I ain't gonna say that. Reason why I
You
ain't
don't
gonna
think
reason reason why I'm not gonna say that because we don't know his record. We
he ain't
don't
have
know
no?
what his record look like. Regardless of her, your record always count against you when you got to go back through that system. We don't know his record, and for two, he was the one that was responsible for shooting.
Mm-hmm.
She was just giving the shot. It's just like somebody paying the hitman to go do the killing. You going to jail. But the hitman going to jail too, because he's the one that did the actual demo.
Mm-hmm.
That situation they in is gonna be that. They not getting
Yeah,
out that
I
over.
mean, they got to wear that.
I almost felt like I understood. I still understand it in a way because that could have been me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that could be anybody see their mom get hit. You wanna get this nigga up out of here. So it could have panned out like that. But our mothers also wouldn't have looked at innocent people and told us to get them too. You see what I'm saying? That escalated the situation so much more.
It's
We
that
don't even know what they
situation.
was arguing for.
Not at all. That's crazy how a heated argument like that at the front register made this man ball up his fist and take off on that lady.
So so either they knew each other or he said something disrespectful when he came in.
Yeah, that could be the case too. Cause Buddy looked like from the video I seen on IG with him actually talking. He started saying, "Say one more word. Say one more word, and I'm gonna knock you out."
See, they had to know each other.
You feel me?
Because
Yeah. See,
evidently for her to feel like I need my son to go over here with me, you knew that's one of them type of places that you can't go over here by yourself. So why
right?
y'all even go over there in the first place?
Yeah, they could
Nigga,
have went.
y'all in Chicago. It's soul food places in every neighborhood that's doing their thing in Chicago. Every neighborhood in Chicago got some soul food sitting in it. You
Right.
don't have to go to the danger zone.
I mean, the whole situation at hand, it was justifiable at first, man. Even though I'm still, still free little homie. You ain't wrong. You know what I mean? Your mama had you doing a little extra, but you weren't wrong for putting that iron on Buddy by hitting mom Duke. You
Yeah.
feel me? You was right. You supposed to go lay down behind mom.
Hell yeah.
You
It's just,
14.
it's just, it's just. My mama didn't tell me go shoot this nigga. I'm a street nigga, so seeing my mom like that is what made me go turn up like that.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't assist me in nothing.
That was all you.
So she was already wrong for that. And then putting him in that situation is why this escalated to a murder case instead of self-defense.
Mm-hmm. That's why she got that high $3 million bond. You feel me? Free little
That's
bro though,
crazy,
man.
man.
Free little bro out there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
For
yeah.
real,
It's
dog.
hard to say. It's hard to say. We could say free little dude, but it's hard to say free her because
Yeah,
you
she
started to try to get you
on
tried
some
to
street,
you tried to turn innocent people into a victim. And
right?
I ain't respecting that.
Yeah, because it wasn't no street matter at all. Like you trying to kill all witnesses for
Yeah, I
what?
don't respect that.
Yeah, that was dumb,
He
man.
put his hands on you. Okay, yeah, he was wrong for that. Do whatever to that nigga, but to see somebody else that just saw what happened and then insinuate that they should be clapped up too, you
Yeah,
wrong for that. That lets you know where your spirit was at for real. What type of evil you really possess for real. So it's not even just that this. So we can't even directly blame it on the nigga punching her as to the reason why he the
because
way he
he
died.
must have
Because who's to
I
say
feel
that she
like
didn't say something messed up to him first?
this the thing. This what I feel like now since we thinking like this. I'm thinking she already. I mean, Buddy already knew that Shawty got a fly mouth.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? She one of the ones that that be talking sideways to people, and that's probably why he popped off on her. She probably one of them
He
women
probably
with a
said
nasty
something
attitude.
disrespectful and it scratched him the
And
wrong
it
way.
right,
And he saw
she probably said smart. She probably got
because think
smart with it
about it. Ain't no nigga that's coming in there balling their fingers up for
just to
no
take off on a
reason, bruh.
woman.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah, that don't make sense at
He
all.
probably
You
said
hit her,
something, it turned into a back and forth, and then
probably
after a
said
while,
something, or she could have. or he
Because as
probably
a
known
female,
her
you
for,
can't even call a nigga broke. They gonna be mad, especially if they broke. If they
or
broke, they gonna be mad.
if who's to say he knew her from the hood and she did some flaw to somebody and he remembered.
Or
You see
she
what
was,
I'm saying?
or she was from the op territory. He could have been from op territory.
But
So it's no
at the
telling.
same time, on to the next Faison Love, big fat hater.
First off, Boosie Boo free after going through what he was going through, because we don't see the feds give people bonds. But when we see celebrities, they end up in them situations because we know how the fed system work. They do when they dealing with celebrities, they want to get some money out of them. So in a situation where we rarely see people get a bond, Boosie Boo had a paid bond because at the end of the day, he ain't just a rapper, he's a celebrity too. So for a gun case, $150,000 is a lot.
Most definitely.
It's niggas with dope cases that ain't gotta pay that much money to get out.
First, they wanted the 50 ball for the first bond. Then they double back with the 150, the 150 ball for this bond, but it was paid. But this what I don't like about Faison Love, because he stay talking sideways about people. Bro, that man was locked up. Why you try to kick a man while the dude locked up? Ain't you supposed to be from the hood? You supposed to know better, man. Why you ain't address? Why you ain't say what you had to say when that man was free?
I think
You wait till the man get.
Faison be trolling, cuz.
Yeah, I mean,
Faison be
all the
That's just like saying,
man,
just like he be saying, like how he said Hove wasn't really the nigga like that. But nigga, even the niggas that Hove fell out with said Hove was getting money. Bleak even said he
right?
remember being a young nigga around Hove and them leaving him in the project crib they had and him having to hold the crib
Mm-hmm.
down and Hove like we finna go somewhere for a couple days. You got to hold the crib down. You need something and Bleak like nigga just give me $100. Not even
Yeah,
realizing that they had so much money in the crib, he could have really asked for anything and would have got it, and all he asked for was 100. He say when they left, he opened up the drawer and it was filled to the top, nothing but 150. How much money you think that is? If that's Hove's money. So Hove was
right,
definitely like that, but he tried to discredit Hove. So
right.
to me, he's a troll, man.
But at the same, I feel what you're saying, but
Don't forget he's a
as me,
comedian.
yeah, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, bro, it's the time to play and it's time to be serious. Because I'm
You
pretty
talking about
sure
a
the
man that
shoes on
just
the
seen 8 bodies. Sat on death row the whole time he was fighting the 8 bodies. Not one
right.
time did the public say Boosie cooperating. He thinking about cooperating. He might have cooperated. None of that. But here he is with pending gun charges, and you talking about you think he finna tell.
I
And it's
mean,
always the niggas that shaped like the fat that you cut off the slab of ribs that be trolling, man.
right. Trolling, aka hating too. Cause come on, man, why you try to put a snitch jacket on somebody? That ain't even no laughing matter.
His troll is another. He know what trolling do. It creates controversy over social media.
It do,
Controversy goes viral.
it
So
do,
just
but
like you say
nigga,
that about Boosie, and then the bloggers talk about how you said that about Boosie, people go type in your name because they want to know who's the person that said that about Boosie.
mhm.
He know what he doing. Let's just be
And now
honest. And
look
shout
at,
out to Faison because I done
but
been to a couple of his shows and stuff like that. He funny for
but
real. And he a
look at
hood nigga
God.
for real. But you just
Look how
trolling, you saying anything.
look how God worked though. That man came up out of there. While everybody was holding their nuts. Oh, he ain't getting out. His record, like Boosie said, his record straight. All he had was a couple weed convictions. Other than that, his record's good. Why everybody trying to say, oh, he did this, he did that. Boosie didn't have no record like that when he was locked up allegedly for them bodies. He
This
had little minor stuff.
yeah, the chart, minor chart, but like I said, it's social media, it's the internet. Anybody can have an opinion, and the opinion be took so seriously.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
it's
So it's like my whole thing though
man,
with Boosie is now that he out,
right?
it's already being pointed out that certain things you said in interviews may have led to certain things. So, nigga, watch what you say now that you out. Watch what you say and watch what you do because they gonna be trying
Move
to get you
correct.
up again. And don't think if you say something that they don't like, they ain't gonna come and try to revoke the bond that they gave you that you had to
This
pay
this
for in the
this,
first place.
this another thing he got to stop doing. After you get out of jail, stop dissing the law. Stop
That
doing that.
you gotta just stop. You just watch what you say, period.
No, because every time he get out of jail, bro, he performed F the police. And in
But
that
this
city
ain't
where
the
he got
police,
booked.
though. This the first time Boosie been fighting the Fed case. I don't think he finna travel the world screaming F them. I don't
I
see that.
mean, I hope not, because you know what I mean. These people pressure the ones that had them in cuffs. These the ones you ain't trying to see.
Nigga, we didn't
Nobody
see
don't want them.
NWA. We didn't see Ice Cube. None of them. Ice T. None of them go against the Fed. They was going against
Right,
the local police.
right.
Understand that. Because some of you ain't hip hop historians. You don't know shit.
Yeah,
Y'all
True
just
Live
listen to the
Crew.
music. You feel what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah,
Understand that they went at the police department. These niggas wasn't
right,
rapping about no fucking Fed.
right.
That just ain't happening like that.
No, I mean, but for the most part, I gotta tip my hat off to Tyler Perry for letting Boosie come to the show. You feel me?
Mhm.
Because everybody was wishing bad on that man,
Boosie can be a
but
lot of
God,
things, but he gonna have to get in certain brackets, man. You gonna have to watch what you say and watch what you do.
right,
Until
right,
then, the
right.
brackets he
I
trying to
agree.
climb up and excel into, and the notoriety he really want to get, you gonna have to watch and do differently than what you doing because certain people
Hmm.
that's in them brackets don't um condone a lot of this shit like that. They might even feel some of the ways you feel, but they don't condone in the etiquette and
No.
the way you go about it because
Hmm.
it's a time and a place for
It,
everything.
it's gotta. He just gotta be more professional.
Exactly.
You know, just work on his professional skills. Boosie is like the James Brown of the rap game. He say what he say, and it is what it is. But
Stand on it.
if you want to elevate, you know what I mean, and reach a higher status, like you say, you gotta move
You
correct.
gonna have to do differently, man. Look how
Yeah,
Drake
you
moved. He still mess with the gangsters. But you don't see the gangsters around him pulling their guns out when he come around.
no,
Nigga,
uh-uh.
the rags everywhere, the signs everywhere. You don't see that
Mm-mm.
because he around a certain type of caliber of people. These people ain't rich, they wealthy.
Right,
They don't want to be tied
and
to
they
that
at
type of ignorance, man.
yeah. You can't mix the street with professionalism. It don't go
You don't
together.
see Snoop doing
No,
that and he the biggest crip in the
not at
industry.
all.
As a celebrity, he's the biggest gang member. But when you see him on a
In
Corona
the
video,
world.
you see him on these commercials and he getting sponsorships from these shoes and beers and liquors. He ain't throwing up crip. in the commercial,
Not at
nigga.
all. Not at all.
You don't got no
I
niggas
ain't
with them,
even
and they throwing up crip. They not pulling out guns. They not throwing up the set and sitting on 20th Street and all. They not doing all of that in no Corona commercial.
yeah,
He gonna be on the
that's
beat,
facts.
walking around. He might have some prip rag material on, something like that. But that's all y'all get.
He keep he keeping it professional.
But no
He
matter
keeping
what
it
he do,
professional.
y'all know what he is and y'all know what he from. So
He ain't got
what
nothing
I
to
mean
prove.
by no, Jay-Z still rap about how he was the man when he was hustling prior
Right.
to rap as a billionaire.
Right.
But when you see him moving around, that ain't what he portraying. He's showing you a real hustler can get in a bag in any lane. Okay, nigga, I used to be in the street. I got out the street and I turned what I thought was the biggest portions of money to me into a dynasty for myself in life. Like, nigga, I could have never been this big in the street as I am in the world, as what I am hustling this industry.
That's facts.
You gotta move different. You know what I
And
mean?
that should be an eye opener for all the cats that's trying to come in the door the same way Boosie did. Learn from his mistakes. Move like a boss. Don't move like a kingpin. Move like a boss.
You gotta
So
understand when you done did so much, you ain't got nothing to prove no more. Boosie at a point where it's nothing. He don't go. I gotta go outside and hang with the killers for you to feel like he
he
ain't.
ain't even. He don't
He
gotta
done did
brag.
everything. How much
None
more
of that.
stuff do you have to do? It's like with the streets, you continuously have to take the risk to be respected. Man,
Right. Right. Right.
come on, man. Cut the crap, man.
Yeah, man. But what else we had to touch up on?
The whole situation with the Castalia, man. After
Oh,
CEO
okay.
Teezy lost his life in Memphis, there was a lot of speculation and allegations. Even on the news, they said their legs hit. That's what makes this so suspicious because how do the news insinuate that this comes from them if somebody didn't throw that in the air? Is this so
True.
much? Is this so much of a backdoor that they trying to blame it on PRE, or is it that obvious
And
that it was PRE
but
allegedly
the new but
that they think it's them?
the news turned around and apologized.
They had to because that's like defamation of character.
Instigate. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
calling us something that, like, come on, bro. You don't even have
Right.
actual proof, and you saying we, yeah, like,
Did that.
come on, man. So it's like
Yeah.
it's so many speculations. It's hard to choose which one is true because we know how the streets is. Your friend,
Yeah.
your friend will kill you. In Ohio, I know instances. Rest in peace, Bino C from Akron. He lost his life from his own brother. You feel what I'm saying? Fighting his brother, and his brother stabbed him and he died. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? So it's like you gotta watch family. I just was in an incident like that. I'm at the club. 80% of the club, my family. Some stuff break out. I end up get jumped by niggas that's my family though.
Right.
So you gotta watch everybody. You can't never be too comfortable. Don't get too comfortable. But with this situation, we don't know what really happened with TZ because we don't know if it was a backyard incident, a back door, or other side incident. But after TZ died, everybody speculated because we know how the streets work that it was gonna be get back on the other side for what they was being blamed for.
Mm-hmm.
Few days afterwards, which might have been a day after or 2 days after, some stuff happened in Castalia, which happens to be not even an actual targeted thing where they was going through on some get back for CEO Teezy, because the niggas that got caught for the shooting actually was out just robbing and carjacking. and taking cars and robbing people. They was actually on a robbing spree, and
Mm-hmm.
they end up in that area, and we got the results we got. They was just on a spree of havoc, and it ended up in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So no, this wasn't get back for Dolph. And it's blatant that it wasn't get back for Dolph because I mean not for Dolph, but for CEO Teezy that it wasn't get back for him because if it's get back for him, you're not going through somebody's neighborhood and clapping at a
No, you
50-year-old.
gotta have,
You're
man. You
gonna
gotta
be
have
getting at the
elephant
people
nuts.
that's responsible, not people that had nothing to do with nothing, don't
Right,
know nothing, ain't associated to nothing. This was a 60-year-old man, 58 years old. You round it up to the nearest zero, nigga, 60. It don't
right.
got nothing to do with nothing. So I don't see that being a get back tactic at all. So
It that wasn't no get back. Because one thing about it, the same way they celebrated with Dolph when he passed away, if they did get back, it'll be another celebration. You know what I mean? But
and
rest
let's
in
just be
peace.
honest. When it comes to the PRE side right now, when we talk about visibility, the niggas that's holding up the legacy as far as visibility is Kenny Money and Key Glock. So if
Mm-hmm.
you ain't, and I'm a PRE fan, I stress this all the time. But if you ain't, if they not the targets, granted, everybody else that's affiliated to the circle is a target too, because your affiliation. But those are the biggest people over there.
Targets. Right,
If
for sure.
Teezy was okay, you took Dolph. They took Dolph. He was the nigga on his side. Teezy was the nigga on
On
his
his side.
side. The get back got to be equivalent.
It gotta be an
It
outstanding
got to
member.
really be close. You can't go
Gotta
through
be a
a
member.
neighborhood and clap at a 70-year-old and think that's get back because it's not.
Yeah.
We don't even know if them two dudes, Daniel Robinson and it was a 17-year-old suspect, which they don't disclose his name, but we don't even know if they have any ties, affiliation, or any of that, even to Trula.
That's, that's facts.
So no, this is not get back for Dolph. The shooting in
Yeah.
Castalia was not get back for Dolph. It was a string of robberies, and they end up over there in that section, and some things happened. But they did catch two suspects. They locked up. So but we do know the Trula PRE CMG situation in Memphis is active, is ongoing, it's not
And on
squat,
site.
it's on site. And after losing somebody like CEO Teezy, you can only expect for more blood to be on the floor. This is
Real
a
talk.
fact. So you can
That's a
say stop the violence and all the people don't in the street don't think like that when they losing people. So don't
no.
expect that to be the results of what's going on when people that's important to people in these hoods is being lost.
That's a fact.
So shout out to Memphis, rest in peace to Dolph, rest in peace CEO Teezy, and everybody that then lost somebody in this situation, just in Memphis, period, because Memphis is a grimy place. They get
It's
down.
the most
It's
dangerous
not
city
just
right now.
Dolph and Gotti beef that got them like this. Memphis been treacherous. It's just more light being shed on them now because they running the rap game. But
That's fact.
understand, it's always been a war zone. It's
That's
just
just
more
how it
escalated.
is.
Yeah, it's just now
It's
you got people that
gangland.
come from the streets that's more celebritized, and that increases the light that's shown and shed on the situation.
That's fact. This all we got on y'all on this episode. It's time for that coach for the street, man. Y'all do not leave about the trap till you've been served, man. You know how we coming.
Latch off the door, it's on the flow. Till the next time, man. We out the spot, but the spot ain't never closed, man.
Gone.